Hey, what's up guys, it's DarkArmedDuelist, and today I'm going to be doing some Hungry to Tzolk'in test hands. Now this is a really interesting deck that basically plays around the Hieratic engine and plays around a Hieratic deck, summoning your Ultimate Tzolk'in, which is one of my favorite cards, being able to summon it, and then be able to summon any of your Synchro extra deck monsters that are dragons to your side of the field, which is really cool. And actually there was somebody on the channel that requested that I do a Hungry Burger deck, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to take it one step further. I'm not only going to do a Hungry Burger deck, I'm going to do Hungry Burger test hands to show everybody that Hungry Burger works, and Hungry Burger is next meta. So we're going to go ahead and do some test hands with this, and I'm going to show you that you can actually establish between 3 and 4 negates every single turn that you go first, which is really cool to be able to do. You can actually, if you get a really good hand, you can upload, or you can get like 7 negates with an Appaloosa on the field, which is crazy. But without further ado, guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell near so you can become part of notification squad, and definitely check out the Patreon because we have some awesome rewards for you guys, like getting signed cards sent to the mail, getting your name in the description of every single video, or even getting to request a deck profile, just like this deck, every single month that you are a patron. So without further ado, let's get straight on into this. So this is a test hand that I've actually been looking forward to a lot, because Hieratics were actually one of my favorite decks for a long time, because there's a lot of different variants where you can make Chorus the Black Flame Dragon, you can make Hungry Burger, Saphira, Pure, Blue Eyes, Rank 8, I mean there's just Link, I mean there's like 8 to 9 that I can just think of right off the bat of Hieratic builds that you can actually make. So I will recommend to you guys, since this is a ritual deck, and any deck that you play you want to pile shuffle unless it's an extremely consistent deck, you really want to pile shuffle your deck. Because if you don't, you're going to get bricks, and it's going to happen. And this makes it so you don't have quite as many bricks, because you are going to pile shuffle out that deck. So this is basically what you're trying to do while we're pile shuffling. I'm going to basically explain to you what you're trying to do. The main combo of the deck is to get your pre-prep of rights, Hungry Burger, or Burger Recipe in your hand, so you can have the play and the quick summon of the Hungry Burger, and having a 1 level 6 Hieratic in your hand, or Convocation in the hand, to get you a play. If you have that in your hand with Convocation and a pre-prep of rights, you essentially have Tzolk'in, because all you're going to do is activate that pre-prep of rights, summon out your copy, or add Tefnuit or Sue to your hand, activate the copy of pre-prep of rights, and then grab from your deck to your hand a copy of Hungry Burger or Burger Recipe, and then summon it to your side of the field. Special summon Labradorite Dragon, because you attributed the Hieratic monster for the ritual summon, and then immediately summon Tzolk'in, set something like Solemn Judgment, and then immediately special summon Crystal Wing, and you have 2 negates right there. If you have anything else left in your hand, it's essentially another negate, like a copy of Call by the Grave. So let's go ahead and do our first draw test hand. So we got Claw of Hermos, there you go, spoiled my 1 of tech, or my 2 techs. Call by the Grave right off the bat. Red Eyes Darkness Metal, a copy of Monster Reborn, and if we get a Hieratic, we're okay. We got a Hieratic, so we're fine. We got E-Set in our hand as well. So usually you want to go second in this deck, so that's really important to go second. So we're going to draw, and we get a Burger Recipe. Okay, so this is a little bit of a brick hand, just a little bit, because you're not going to be able to do quite as much. You can activate that copy of Claw of Hermos and special summon your Red Eyes Black Dragon Sword to your side of the field, and then activate the Monster Reborn. Banish the monster on your side of the field. That's either the Red Eyes Black Dragon Sword or the E-Set, and then special summon Red MD. And then that's pretty much as far as you can go. Now, that is a little bit of a brick to start out with. And with Hieratics, that sometimes happens, where you don't draw as many dragons as you need to. I play 12 of them, 12 Hieratics in the main deck, so that sometimes just happens, where you get a little bit of a brick, and you got to play around it. It just happens. So let's go ahead and draw into our next one. Now we know we don't have a brick because we have Convocation and pre-prep. Oh, that's the play I'm talking about right there that I'm going to show you guys. We're going to go first, and I'll show you actually what you search. We got 2 pre-preps, that's really good, and a Call by the Grave. So you have 3 negates right there. I'm actually going to play this one out really quickly and show you guys. So you're going to activate both of these cards. You only activate one or the other. Grab that Tefnuit, grab that Burger, and grab the other Burger from deck, or the Burger Recipe, and then you immediately do this and activate the Burger Recipe, get rid of the Tefnuit, summon the Burger, and then the Tefnuit was tributed, so you could special summon a Vanilla from your deck. So you're going to summon that copy of Labradorite. You then link these 2 together, link them together, summon Tzolk'in, and then you can set a card in your hand, which you could probably set if you didn't use the Call by the Grave. Set the Call by the Grave. Call by the Grave summons out any of your Synchro Dragon monsters, which is these right here. I play the copy of Tenyi because you can Synchro summon it with Galaxy Serpent and go into that card. But that's essentially your 3 negates. I mean, your 2 negates right there, where you have 1 here and you have 1 here. And you can carry it a little bit further if you want to. You didn't normal summon. So you can actually normal summon that Dragard and then special summon from your deck the copy of Labradorite Dragon and then link these two together. And then when you link them together, you summon out your copy of the Hieratic Seal of the Heavenly Spheres. And now you have a bounce, a negate, and a negate right there. So you have technically 3, and then next turn you can set this and then special summon a copy of like Beals or Void Ogre, which I'd probably summon the Beals. Well, you could probably summon Void Ogre because they don't have anything in your hand unless you draw into your next hand and you actually get out something really cool, which would be another pre-prep, which you could activate one of the pre-preps if you wanted to, but I probably wouldn't activate either one because I'd want to have the Void Ogre on my side of the field. So that was basically the ideal hand. I saw it and I was like, nope, I got to play this one. I've got to play this one. I know it's probably going to happen again. In one of the playtest hands, but I had to do that one. That was just too good to actually get all of that out on the field. And that's something that happens usually pretty consistently, but I wanted to grab it because sometimes when I get test hands videos, it's kind of weird. Sometimes you brick. Sometimes it just happens. So let's go ahead and do another one. And we're going to draw that Solemn Judgment. That's 1 negate. We have the pre-preps, and we draw any level 6. We have like 9 cards that we can draw to make this good. Wattail is not one of them. Convocation, we have it again. There you go. You got it again. And you got the Judgment this time, so you have 2 negates right there. And the Wattail can be used to attribute 3 negates. We have 3 negates now because we have double Judgment. And we're going to have the Crystal Wing on our side of the field. So you have 3 negates. And you can establish this first turn. Because you're going first with this hand, just drop both of these and do exactly what I did in the last test hand. Set both the Judgments, summon the Crystal Wing, and then pass. I mean, you got it. I mean, it's that easy. If you're going second, you have the E set, which can then tribute or normal summon out and then change the level of your monsters, which if you wanted to and you play Star Eater in the extra deck, you could actually go for Star Eater if you wanted to go that route. I think it's too much of a commitment. So let's go ahead and do, this is a test hand I'm actually going to play out, and I'm going to see what I can actually get out of this next test hand. So let's go ahead and draw. We're going to get that pre-prep. We already got a play right there. If we draw level 6 or the Convocation, we're okay. Call by the Grave, not what we need. E-set, not quite what we need. Hungry Burger, not quite. And another pre-prep. Okay, so you can still make it work. You can still definitely make this work because you can go pre-prep and then search. Let's just say we're going second. I'm going to reveal it. So you're going to draw a Dragard that's not going to come in super handy. I'm just showing you guys I'm going to go first. So pre-prep. Pre-prep is going to search out the Hungry Burger and the Burger Recipe, and that is immediately going to be a really stunning moment to your opponent because you're going to be summoning Hungry Burger and they're like, what in the world is this? So at this point, you're going to activate that Burger Recipe. So you can actually do something a little bit neat with this play. And this is something I learned off an old video game, which was actually, when you activate the Burger Recipe, it says you can tribute monsters up to the level of the monsters. So you can tribute extra if you want, which is kind of cool. So I'm going to tribute, you must also offer tributes of stars equaling 6 or more as a tribute. So I can tribute as many as I want, summon this. So I'm going to actually tribute the Burger and this, and summon the Burger. Now, yes, that looks like a minus, but I needed to do that to tribute out my copy of my E-set, so I could actually get my card on the field, which is going to be really pivotal to get it out to Zolkin, because that's basically what you're turboing out is to Zolkin Turbo to get this out on the field, and then set your copy of pre-prep. You could actually drop the Call by the Grave to stop a hand trap at any point that you needed to stop something, and then you set that card so you can summon out your Void Ogre. If your opponent's playing a back row heavy deck, summon the Void Ogre. If they're playing a monster heavy deck, play the Crystal Wing. It doesn't matter, whichever one you want, because next turn, if you draw into something, if you drop that Call by the Grave, you draw into something which you knew was the Dragard. But if it was anything else, Judgment right there. Set it. Void Ogre, extra negate. Value. Just value right there. And you had the pre-prep that you could activate later. At any point, if you would have drawn a Hieratic, you could have gone, if you would have drawn any Hieratic monster, like a Tefnuit. Let's just say we drew Tefnuit instead of that Judgment. I'm going to show you something else that you could do interesting. With this hand, just for giggles, it might not happen, but just for giggles. Let's just say that when you get that copy of Tefnuit, activate the pre-prep, search burger recipe, search the hamburger, and then activate the burger recipe. Do this again, summon this guy, tribute that, and then you get special summon something from your hand, deck, or grave, and then you special summon the Labradorite. Labradorite can use its effect. If you're already established, you might as well. You could actually set this when you search it and special summon out one of your monsters, like any of them. I would summon Beals if my hand if my hand's empty, I'll summon the copy of Void Ogre. So let's go ahead and summon that Void Ogre, because now you have extra negates on the board. Let's go ahead and overlay the Labradorite and the copy of our Burger. And you can actually make Utopia Beyond and make them all go down to 0. Or you can link summon, like I said before, and go for the copy of the Nightmare Unicorn or Nightmare Phoenix to just go ahead and get you a monster out on the field. If you want to go for that route, or I'd probably go for this and then, or not this, because it takes 2 dragon monsters. I'd probably go for the Phoenix and then be able to pop something, or just leave them on the field and just go from there. I mean, you have plays there, or just attack your opponent with Hungry Burger because it's hilarious. So that's something else that you can do just to get you an extra body on the board to be able to go a little bit further. So let's go ahead and do our next test hand and see what we can get out of the deck. So that's actually pretty interesting. Like, those 2 last test hands were insanely good. Like, that was really, really, really good. So for the next test hand, we're going to, I hope they don't ever ban Tzolk'in. Like, that card is just too funny, especially in decks like this. So for the next test hand, we're going to draw into a Call by the Grave. Galaxy Serpent, you don't want to see your vanillas. Hungry Burger, please give me Burger Recipe. That's fine. And then give me level 6. That Monster Reborn is not good. Going second, Hungry Burger. Ooh, wow. Ew. Okay, so we can still get Hungry Burger out on the field. We got Burger Recipe that we're going to need to grab, and we're going to need to grab from deck a copy of Hamburger. Shuffle up that deck, make sure that you grab your other card. And then you actually could Synchro Summon with this hand really easily, because you could do something like this and go Hamburger Recipe, get one of my 3 value menus out of my hand, or value meals out of my hand that I have 2 more in my hands, and then special summon one of them to the side of the field. Normal summon out the Galaxy Serpent, synchro these 2 together, and then summon something like a Scarlight. And then Scarlight could pop field if you want to pop field. And then since you correctly summoned that Hungry Burger, you can bring it back. You can bring it back and then attack with it again. So you have 5,000 damage on board. You could actually OTK your opponent. If they had like a couple of monsters on board, you could attack with this card, and then immediately destroy the monsters that were special summoned, and then attack for 500 or for 3k with this, and then you have the copy of Call by the Grave to stop your opponent. If we go into next turn, we draw another Burger Recipe, which, I mean, doesn't really do anything because you're going to have to tribute off your burger to get there, but, I mean, that's pretty much your big play. You could tribute off the Scarlight and go for Utopia Beyond if you want to go that route. I don't recommend it. So since we're drawing so many burgers, I'm going to go ahead and pile shuffle one more time, because this deck does run into that sometimes where you're playing through the deck and it will actually give you hands where you get a bunch of Hungry Burgers. When you summon a bunch of them and they kind of stick together, even if you riffle, they will stick together. So you want to pile shuffle to make sure that you get odd different hands whenever you play this deck. Sometimes when I do test hands, I forget to do it, and it just happens where you get weird awkward hands where it's like, oh wow, okay. So let's go ahead and see what we get in this next one. Yeah. So for the next test hand, we're going to go ahead and play the next one. I'm going to try and get like maybe 5 test hands through for you guys for this to show you guys this really works. So Judgment, really good. We already got a negate. Hieratic Convocation, really good. Monster Reborn, not terrible. Burger Recipe, and please be a Hungry Burger. Not a Hungry Burger. If we're going second, be Hungry Burger. Ah, there we go. That's fine. Okay. So, Heart of the Cards with Hungry Burger for me. Oh my god. Okay, so activate the copy of Preparation of Rites. If we activate that Preparation of Rites, we're going to get to add from our deck to our hand our Burger Recipe and our copy of Hungry Burger. Or I just grabbed 2 of the same thing. I skipped over my Burger Recipe. So grab that Burger Recipe, and you've got your Ritual Summon right off the bat. Now that we have that, you can activate the Convocation. And then when you activate the convocation, you can add from deck to hand a copy of Tefnuit. Tefnuit can be tributed, which it's going to be tributed for your copy of the hamburger recipe. And you're going to special summon out that hamburger hungry burger. Since it was tributed, you get to activate the effect of your Tefnuit and then special summon from your deck your Labradorite Dragon. Labradorite Dragon is then going to be able to synchro summon out your copy of Tzolk'in onto your side of the field. Set the judgment. Since you set the judgment, you get special summon out your copy of Crystal Wing for freezies, which is really funny. And then we can use a copy of Dragard, normal summon it, special summon back your Labradorite Dragon because it's a 0/0. And then you can link these two together if you want to go that route. Or you could actually do this a little bit differently. Have the Dragard and the copy of your Labradorite on your side of the field. And Monster Reborn, because it's a great extender, back your copy of Tefnuit. Now, since you have both these on the field, you can overlay these guys together and then special summon out your copy of your Hieratic Dragon of Atem. I'd actually probably use my extra monster zone to summon the Atem because I'm going to try and link summon as well. Detach, because you never want to lock down your copy of Labradorite Dragon. You never want to do that. Summon out your copy of Red MD. Red MD's effect is going to be negated, so that's something you need to keep in mind. Activate the effect of Red MD. And then special summon back your copy of Labradorite Dragon. So all these monsters have different names, so keep that in mind. Now, link summon right here with these on the field and summon out your copy of Appaloosa. Now, you have 4 negates on the Appaloosa, because all those monsters had different names. You have a Judgment, and you have a Crystal Wing. That's 6 negates by my book, with the leftover summon of the next turn of a Void Ogre to give you an extra negate, and if you draw into something, you're drawing into another Judgment that you can just set the Judgment again and give you another play. That's pretty good in my book for a field. I mean, I'm no boss. I mean, I am, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 negates in 2 turns is not bad. And on the first turn, you had like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the first turn. I mean, going second, that's not bad at all, in my opinion. So let's go ahead and do another one. That is the godly field. That is the best field that this entire deck can produce because I've been playtesting it like crazy. Getting out something like that, that's about peak performance. That was about peak performance getting it out on the field, and even top decking the Judgment was a little bit bonkers because when you got that Judgment in your hand and it was like, oh, it's over with. Okay, cool. I have an extra Judgment for anything else that you get, and being able to just use Appaloosa over and over again and being able to summon that copy of your Crystal Wing and having the copy of your what's it called? The Judgment to stop like Lightning Storm or something like that. You got a good board. I mean, that was nothing bad about that. So let's do one more. Judgment right off the bat, not bad. Tefnuit, Hungry Burger, give me Burger Recipe. Come on, Burger Recipe. Okay, Sue, that's fine. And then a single copy, if we were going second, we draw the E-set. But I'm going to go first this time and show you guys what going first would look like. So, you actually couldn't do anything with first turn because you can't special summon. So we're going to go second. We're just going to say we go second. Because if we don't, we're just going to have to pass because that's a total break of a hand. Because you can't normal summon. You can't special summon the Tefnuit because your opponent doesn't control a monster. You can't special summon the Sue. You can't normal summon the Hungry Burger. All you can do is set the Judgment and the Call by the Grave. That's all you can do. So if we're going second, we're going to special summon out our copy of Tefnuit and then tribute it for our copy of Sue. Tefnuit's effect is going to trigger. And let us special summon out of our deck a copy of, you grab Galaxy Serpent or you could grab Labradorite. I'd probably grab Labradorite because you can still go for your copy of Tzolk'in here. You just wouldn't use Hungry Burger in the actual recipe to summon this. So we're going to go ahead and immediately, you could tribute if you wanted to. You could go this route and tribute the copy of the E-set in your hand. Or you could actually normal summon the E-set to your side of the field because we have a normal summon and then target it and make everything a level 6. Then you could use these two together and summon your copy of Tzolk'in, and then set a copy of Judgment, and then immediately special summon out your Crystal Wing, and then you have the Judgment, the Crystal Wing, and the Call by the Grave. I mean, that's not bad. Having Judgment, Crystal Wing, and Call by the Grave is not bad at all. And that's really good. I mean, that's really good. And then the Call by the Grave, just be able to stop extra stuff. So you have like 3 negates right there. So let's go ahead and do one more. I'll do one more test hand for you guys just to show you what else this can do. We only really had like one really good brick that we happened with this hand, or with this deck. I mean, and that last one, if we would have gone second, like my gut was saying, hey, go second this time, you would have been fine. Again, pile shuffle between duels. But for test hand's sake, I'm not going to do it because I want to show you guys what happens with this deck if you just shuffle it normally and you're just playing with it. I mean, you get really good play. Also, getting out 5-headed dragon surprisingly later in the game is hilarious because your opponent's like, oh my god, I got rid of all 7 negates. 5-headed dragon. Crap. Crap. So, for the last test hand, we're going to draw into a Labradorite. You don't want that. 1 copy of Red MD. Pre-prep. Dragard. And please be Hieratic. Oh, not a Hieratic. If we go second, just showing you guys. Hungry Burger. Okay. So, go ahead and activate that copy of Pre-prep of Rights because you're going to grab your Hungry Burger recipe and your burger. And then immediately shuffle that deck up because we're not probably going back in. And you could... This is a little bit awkward. This hand's a little awkward. We're going to go ahead and set that. Actually, wait, no, I have to play. No, I don't. Yeah, I do. Okay. I can actually get Tzolk'in out. Keep that in your hand. Activate. You got to think about it, but you can get it. Look at this and tell me how you get it. You guys are like, wait a minute, how? So, we're going to go Hungry Burger recipe. Tribute the Labradorite. Labradorite goes to grave. Then special summon the Hungry Burger. Normal summon Dragard. Dragard saves the day. Summon out your copy of Labradorite. Link these two together. Again, link. And then summon out your Tzolk'in. Set this to your side of the field. Special summon out Crystal Wing. Wherever Crystal Wing is. Crystal Wing. I was looking so hard for it, I didn't see it. Banish this down here. Summon out your copy of Labradorite. And then pass. And then you have next turn, if they get rid of this, then you have a play to get this back because you have the Red MD. And then you also have a Call by the Grave to negate, and you have the Crystal Wing. So you have 2 negates here, and that was an awkward hand. That was a really awkward hand because we didn't draw a Hieratic like that. And then if the Labradorite lives, you can normal summon out the E-set, use the E-set's effect, copy level, go like this, overlay these guys together, summon out this, use its effect, detach a material, special summon something from deck, doesn't matter what it is, because you're just gonna summon it, you're just gonna get like a play off of it anyways. Summon out, I would probably grab Nip That. Nip That's just something, or one of your vanillas that you don't want to see. Just grab one of your vanillas, maybe Wattail just to get out of the hand. And then use the effect of Red MD, special summon back your copy of this, and then you can go Appaloosa just with these 4 right here. They all have different names, and then you go Appaloosa, turn 2, or turn 3 technically. And you've got negates and negates and negates for days. So that's it for the test hands, guys. I cannot believe I'm actually doing this. If you ever realize sometimes that you hit the peak of your career, this is it. This is the peak of my Yu-Gi-Tubing career. Hopefully not, but it is pretty good. I'm really happy with the way this deck turned out. I really love Hieratics. I love Tzolk'in. I love summoning the guy. I love summoning Hungry Burger because it's hilarious, and I'm going to be doing more Hieratic builds. I'm going to try and do Horse Black Flame Dragon Hieratics. I've done that in the past. I'm going to try and do Saphira Hieratics in the future. I've got this one, and it's just crazy. So anyways, guys, this is DarkArmedDuelist. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Hit the bell next to become part of the notification squad, and definitely check out the Patreon down in the description, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And don't forget to check out the deck profile of Hungry Burger down in the description. See you later, guys.